Is Starlord's Electric Gun broken? Could we see a Daredevil buff in the future? And Kabam Frenchie teases the new dungeons will give you more gold. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Friday, the 21st of February 2020. And now the normal formalities of thanking the YouTube members, the Patrons, and as well as Twitch subscribers. And thanks to everyone that came by to the Twitch stream last night because YouTube was scuffed. And obviously if you want to give a free Twitch Prime sub and you have an Amazon Prime account, you can do, and it's free. And yes, quick transition to now let's get into the news. Let's go. The news on Friday kicks off with the information that we've been having micro downloads. Not happened to me, but I know there are some players out there that have been given little 0.0 downloads of the game. And whether or not there's some sort of micro touches or micro finishes, and whether or not this was something to do with the description with the Parry mastery, I don't really know what this is all about. Kabam has certainly answered to see as to why, but yeah, I may even not notice it. You may have not noticed it if you got auto download of updates. That's what I was meant to come out with and say. Yeah, if I find out more information, I'll let you know, but I don't think it's too critical at this moment in time. Also, just a little reminder for those wondering when they're going to get their refunds for the Parry Mastery. As you can see here, we plan to refund the Mastery core cost to summoners before February 26th, and we'll give all summoners a chance to reset their Masteries for free between February 19th and 26th. And this reminder goes hand in hand with the rebalancing. So as you know, this was something that started at the start of the month where you were basically instructed that between February 10th and 24th, you'll be able to sell your Color Obsidian of Namor during this 2-week window. Obviously, selling said champion is difficult if you want to use said champion, but February 24th selling window is closed. Our team will disable the ability to sell these champions. March 9th, projected date to return any Namor Color Obsidian that was sold, along with any duplicates received: gold, ISO rank up gems, awakening gems, and signature stones. So as of today, the 21st, you have 3 more days to make a decision whether or not you are selling your champions, your Color Obsidian or your Namor. And still, for me, I'm very much on the fence with my Namor selling. Part of me feels like I want to do it, especially to maybe like potentially cash in on getting some extra stuff because I have awakened him from a crystal in the past. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I don't have any other strong prestige like champions or strong other champions that are able to still damage output effectively because, you know, that's the thing. Apart from the regen and the bleed side of stuff, in order to power up things like the Imperious Rex a lot more quickly, the fact is it's not too much of a bad change. As I don't have Color Obsidian as a huge rarity, it doesn't make me feel like that, from what I've seen so far, that again, it's a huge change. It's a little bit frustrating, but it's not as bad as maybe we all thought it was. And if you've seen plenty of content out there, then you will know that that is still the case. So I think a lot of people are very much on the fence of their selling. Next up, and I've been following this bug for about 2 months, and I've been wondering whether or not to put it in Marvel Contest Champions news or not. However, I kind of feel this might be the good day to actually look into it. So back in December 2019, it was posted that there may be an issue with the SP2 of StarLord. As you know, you ramp up the combos, you hit him with the SP2, and you're able to do a meaty amount of certain types of damage or power drain, etc, etc. Issues are mainly being pointed to the extent of hits versus the shock damage that comes from it, and the fact it isn't looking like it's ramping up as much as really it should be. Back in December, plenty of evidence was given to Kabam on the subject, regardless of things like mastery changes, rarity of certain champion, and other types of factors as well. With Kabam actually confirming in late December that this was indeed a problem and was looking to have a fix to it, even saying the team has pushed a fix that should resolve this issue. If you haven't restarted your game recently, I would recommend doing so now in order to ensure it implements completely. But the same problem still was there, in that you were only doing a limited amount of damage. As you can see there, 297, and then it's again with this person even posting the same at 297. But that didn't fix it. It looks like for a lot of players it still was a problem. They weren't able to ramp up the damage, or at least see the ramp up of damage any further than this. But again, images here kind of pointing to the fact that, look, it's still saying the same, 44 hits, and it's still the same number, 66 hits, still the same number. So it doesn't show the climb in the ticking of the shock damage. Unfortunately, I just don't think it's due care and attention Kabam will look at this champion because it's not one of the more modern champions. And granted, Starlord, you know, the fact is Aegon is the modern day Starlord, with him being kind of pushed to the side, with Aegon being the key champion, all about the combo building and any kind of interaction with things like, well, the more hits you do, the more damage you do, similar to the more hits you do with Starlord, the more shock damage you can build up with the electric gun type scenario. And the most recent response to this particular post has been the team has been looking into this but has not been able to replicate the issue under the circumstances present or any similar circumstances. We've tried to recreate the issue. If you have any new information or circumstances that you see consistently leading to the issue, you can let us know and we'll pass them along to the rest of the team. Now Mike has submitted a video and as well gives the information here. So saying 31 hits, no Fury, 297 shock damage, 127 hits, Fury buff, 528 damage. Compare that with my video versus Realm of Legend Wolverine in late December, and the following is here. 197, no buff, 405 shock damage per tick, 405 after 219 hits, 241 hits, 527 shock damage, and then 266 hits, 527 shock damage per tick. So yes, it definitely does show some slight changes. But obviously if you compare that to a 4-star version over the 5-star version, there's a lot of things that look very different. As you can see, 1,588 of 142 hits, and the same thing being there with 140 hits, 1,570, and there with 118 hits, 1,285. Now, it was a bit of an iffy one to present this story to you guys, and I kind of felt that I had to look at this and a case of going, well, is it to do with RNG, is this not? But the extra information over the last month with that 4-star interaction being different to the 5-star one makes this a more interesting story, and also a bit odd that the way that Kabam may be looking at this replication. Why is the 4-star one, which was shown in the images above, you know, like the way it is, and why is the 5-star the way it is as well? So maybe Kabam could look into this. But again, I do feel that Starlord is one of those combo building champions that's been overshadowed by the introduction of Aegon. And we kind of move away from the state of affairs in the game about 3 years ago as to compared with where we are now. We're looking at newer champions more than older champions, which your magics, for your power control, and as well your combo building type champions are kind of to the side, with your Aegon's Guillotine 2099 seem to be put on a pedestal, and we're looking and taking more notice of them nowadays. Next up, and I've been summoned to the meme thread. I don't get summoned to the meme thread very often, but Corvus Glaive Hyperion, King Groot, you know. I just think he's neat. I think he's neat. Funnily enough, as a result of this, I'm going to do a King Groot video tomorrow for Saturday. So you got your wish. Okay, now onto this story, and somebody pointed out the fact that, hey, look, you know, in the buff for the Hulkbuster that we did back in the day, there was also the second place, which was for Daredevil. So people were kind of going like, well, you know, what might be happening with Daredevil? Is he going to be a second champion, similar to Old Man Logan to Colossus being #1 that we had before? So what's the deal with that? Well, Mickey responded and said, we do not have any plans to rework Daredevil at this time. Time equals capacity for our team. Our team isn't only working on reworking champions, they also contribute to all of our new quest content, especially things like Abyss and Act 6. Looks like Atid Law put on his big boy pants. We're coming up with a response saying 6 months is more than enough time for 2 champs. Development team is getting lazy. Woohoo! Mickey, he snaps back with, that's not entirely true. There's a lot of new content that comes out, and designing a new champion is not a small feat. There was more capacity for more people to work on the last rework than there is this time. This is part of developing games, and content, workloads and capacity will always change. In any case, what are your thoughts on this particular subject? Put it down in the comment section down below. Would you have liked to have Daredevil reworked? Is it a case that you'll just have Hulkbuster now that it's taken quite so long to do it, and focus on new content? Thoughts in the comment section down below. Now moving on to our next story, and this is all about kind of a catch up from yesterday's video that we kind of deep dive the video of Dave's kind of dev interview, which looked at a lot of new things that are coming to the game and a few things that have then come out from the next part of it. So since this video has been released, obviously we can look forward to the Hulkbuster buff, which will be coming in around about April time for the beta and then released in June. Now, as we discussed in the previous story, that is really good news because we do need to find out when these champion reworks are coming in, because it does feel like it's been such a long time. Next month we'll see certain content for sure, like Variant 5, not to mention the fact we'll probably see the completion of Act 6. Act 6.4 is more than likely to be released, and then a little bit of a kind of ladder ladder of different types of improvements, each step at a time, as we go through the final parts of the year. So it's going to be a big end, I think, to MCOC, tying up a few things that players want, and as well, like looking at stuff for the life balance. I don't know what the kind of the term is. That the life balance that we really crave for this game. And one of the biggest quality of life savers, yes, I got that right. Lifesavers? Quality of lifesavers is what I was meant to say. Is this. So as you can see, a bit of a GIF here posted by Dork Lesson saying current dungeons versus improved dungeons. So obviously, yeah, it's good. It's damn good. And then you've got this here from Kabam Frenchie, who says, y'all said you wanted more gold, and that's only the beginning. But shush, it's a secret. Yeah, that means that this meme aged well. Well, not really much, it's only about 1 day. But the fact is, it means that Kabam seem to be understanding there is a gold problem. And look, with the Summoner's Sigil, it does give you the opportunity to get more gold. As I'm grinding a lot more arena, I don't see too much of a gold related problem, but if I was to stop grinding quite so much arena, then yeah, effectively I would see a problem. And I think that is the case. As soon as you kind of get up to certain types of titulages, getting gold is not as easy as you might think. If you do variants, yes, but look, champions that are 5 and 6 star are needing a lot more gold nowadays. So it looks like Kabam on the case. It looks like dungeons are going to give a lot more gold. And I'll let you know more about that as soon as more information breaks. And now we've got a little bit of a 6-star opening. Thanks to Captain for sending this through. And I'm kind of quite excited about this. So this is one of my lovely patrons doing a 6-star opening. I hope the best for you, man. I haven't seen this, so it's going to be oh no, what a troll! I was hoping that would go and get you that ghost, but bad luck next time, man. Bad luck next time. There we have it. That has been the Marvel Contest of Champions news. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you liked it and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Also check out some new content here. Check out some supporting links here. And I shall see you in another video. Goodbye for now.